Yep, 12 a.m. Still going. But I got an exciting new project. What is that, might you ask? It's an Acurite weather station. An early Christmas gift from my good friend Dave. Thank you so much, Dave. This is going to be awesome. I can't wait to add weather data to the Pi database and management system. Yeah, this is something I've wanted to add to the greenhouse for a long time, and I'm really stoked to finally have the hardware. It's time to play again. Basic mount set, close to level. Got a little tweaking to do, but just about there. Listen to the spaced out radio in the greenhouse while I work, of course, because why not? Of course, Dave hooked me up with the remote battery pack for this, which is an excellent upgrade. My plan eventually is to probably either make this charge off solar, which wouldn't actually be too hard to do, or possibly send power from the greenhouse solar system. But we'll see. For now, I'm just going to run off the remote battery pack. Anyway, nice option, not have to climb up there. Not that this one is very high off the ground, but this is kind of just a testing location for now. I may move this later, but I think it's pretty far from interference from the barn for most of the wind. It's far enough away from the barn to get good, accurate precipitation. And it's in a position that gives me wireless both to where I live and to the greenhouse, so I can take the remote display, which I'll show you in a bit, with me. As far as having been a surveyor and also being a farmer gardener, one of the cool things about being a surveyor is you're very tuned into straight lines and direction and distance. And so this sensor needs to be mounted facing south, due south. See the arrow on top there? And what do you guess, when I lay out a fence line, it's 180 degrees exactly. Yep. Gotta love that. Alright, after a little bit of screwing around, battery pack is temporarily mounted. Unit is up. It's leveled. And it's facing perfectly south, aligned with the fence. Good to go. And this may look a little hacky, but she's on there pretty good. And I'm going to throw probably another screw, or maybe two, in the bottom. The shim is here to get the level this way. So there we go, and I'll show you the display inside the greenhouse briefly, and then I got to look up instructions to figure out how to actually use this thing. But thank you again, Dave. This is awesome. Okay, so here we are looking at the display in the greenhouse. This is plugged into a 5-volt, what we like to call a wall wart. You can see that there on the power strip. But being that it's 5 volts, I could actually wire this DC, and I probably will run a 5-volt lead. Pardon that. I probably will run a 5-volt lead off of the 5-volt supply for the Pi and hang this in here so you can look at it. But it's completely wireless, and so one of the nice things about that is I can bring it out here and have it out here when I'm out here working, or I can take it inside and be able to monitor the weather outside from inside in the console. Eventually what I'm going to do is capture the wireless data from this and be adding it to the database and add that to the admin control panel for the greenhouse, basically, which will be web page driven ultimately. A lot of other pieces in that, but I'm not going to get into all that complex detail at the moment. But anyway, it's up and working. It's 39 degrees Fahrenheit out, 47% humidity, 39 degree wind chill. Yeah, 0.04 inches of rain today somehow, probably from mounting the unit, but that's alright. And of course, inside the greenhouse, it's 87 degrees Fahrenheit and 43% humidity, as you can see in the lower left-hand corner there. And our max wind speed so far since I installed it, which is only like about 3 or 4 minutes ago, is 6 miles an hour. There's a little bit of a breeze out there. So cool to see that. I have a few more details to set this unit up correctly. Probably will pipe to a weather website on Wonderground. But anyway, lots to set up, but it's up and testing and working, so awesome. Thank you so much, Dave. I really appreciate it. This is a great Christmas gift, and I'm really excited about it. And as soon as I figure out how to grab data into the database, we can incorporate that into some of your projects if you like. Alright, I hope you found this interesting or informative. Oh, one other thing. Eventually, this data will help drive the controls on the greenhouse heating system, right? So when it's really windy and cold out, you'll compensate by producing more heat and managing your thermal mass differently, and you know, that sort of thing. So we'll use that, and eventually I want to add predictive forecasting into this system, but I'm not going to get too deep into that. Anyway, thanks for watching the Farm to Succeed Network. Hope you found this interesting or informative. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe.